All right, ladies and gentlemen, time for another episode, man. Master Moats film session. I am excited. Week 2 in the books, another Steelers win. And yeah, we're going to talk about this Chase Claypool touchdown, man, in the first half of the game. So without further ado, here we go. Play at full speed, then we'll break it down afterwards. You know how we do. Started out, we got to talk about what the defense is in. So for this defense, man, they're playing a basic fire zone concept on the back end. They're going to have a Sam and Mike blitz. So this is their Sam linebacker, okay? Mike linebacker right here. And all they're doing, he's coming off the edge. He's blitzing the B gap. This guy's going to be going to the A gap. All right. Now, a couple of things, though, initially with this. Number one, blitz pickup. So last week we praised Benny Snell for standing in there, picking up the blitzer on the Juju Smith-Schuster touchdown. This one, he's a little bit late, and you can see the pressure that creates by this interior linebacker. Now, granted, this linebacker could have done a lot better, man, if he would have been rushing like how Vince Williams does, for example. But this guy seemed like he was kind of tiptoeing, and ultimately Benny got enough of him to give Ben time to throw. Now, other than that, though, I thought the pocket was pretty clean, man. You see Chooks over here, Dotson. This side of the ball is good, man. It was literally just Benny just being a tad bit late, picking up the blitz. But the beauty, though, is this, man. Everybody's been talking about Seven's arm. I'm just loving to see him stand in there, take these shots, not shine away from it, man. A year from the game, you would think he would be a little nervous to get hit right now. But literally, man, he's making beautiful throws, knowing that he's about to take a shot. And watch where he gets hit. Square in the ribs. Bam! Stands in there, though. Beautiful pass. Look at where this ball hits, man. So right here, just to give you a little context, if this ball is on his inside pocket, right, his right arm, Claypool's right arm, this DB has a chance at it. He can play through his hand. He has a chance at diving at it, get a PBU. But because Ben places it on his left side, left up shoulder pocket, right, that front pocket, think of with a dress shirt or whatever for guys, that's where he puts the ball in, and it makes it where the DB has no chance of getting in here. And like I said, he's doing this while taking a nice shot in the ribs, man. Beautiful ball placement. And then from there, obviously, Chase does the rest. Now, when we're talking about Chase, the rookie, man, I was very impressed by this. So, number one, okay, you get press coverage. You got a couple of ways you could beat this, man. Now, if this defender is trying to be a little aggressive with their hands, you have to do more active stuff with your hands. But for him, this DB allows him to have a free release. So from there, he gives him just a little stutter inside, that little hop right there, just to get him where he wants. Okay? And now, this is the thing, man, with this route, because all Chase is running is a vertical route. But the purpose of that stem is to get Chase right here, splitting the numbers in the sideline. Typically, if you go to an NFL stadium NFL practice, training camp practice, you'll see red lines that run all the way from end zone to end zone between the sideline and the numbers. That's for this right here. It's to practice this, because if the receiver is able to stay on that red line, which we call it, and it's imaginary right now, but if he's able to stay on that red line, that now Ben knows that he has more room to make this throw. He knows that even if it's contact right here, I can drift off and make this catch. Whereas if he's too far over to the sideline, he doesn't have that luxury. And ultimately what the DB does then is you put your body on the receiver's body and you nicely move them out of bounds, so you don't get a penalty, but you make sure the receiver runs out of bounds. What Chase does, though, in terms of stemming early, that assures him that he's going to have this space now to make that type of play, which was a great job by him. And then the next thing that I loved about Chase is his hands aren't up yet. He's running no hands up. They're hand fighting, but he's not putting that offhand up looking for the ball. The DB is, but he's not. Now, the reason why that is important as a defender, if you feel at any time you are beat, you're not supposed to look back. You say, okay, I'm not going to get an interception. The next thought process is I'm going to play through this receiver's hands. I can't play through his hands until I know he's about to reach for the ball. You got two keys. Number one, you look at the receiver's eyes. when the ball is getting closer, their eyes get bigger because they're focusing in. That's one tell sign. The second one, and we see this week in and week out from a ton of receivers, they start putting their hands up early because they know the ball's coming. They don't want to drop it. They want to make sure they're prepared. As a defender, as soon as we see your hands moving up, that's a key for us to know that the ball is close, get ready to shoot my hand across, or go ahead and put it out there early. But because Chase does such a great job in terms of keeping his hands down and not getting overexcited or over anxious and putting them up too early, this DB for the next 5 yards, he's running with a hand up. And what that does is create more separation for Chase Claypool. Great detailing of the work by Chase. Great job understanding the patience of, okay, the ball is going to be there. I don't need to put my hand up at the 45 when I'm going to catch this ball on the other 45. As long as I don't put my hand up, this DB doesn't know when to react. And as we saw, this DB right here, literally, let's see see right now he's starting to get his hands up, hand fighting. Now from here, he doesn't know. 2 hands up reaching is nothing you can do because he doesn't know when the ball is gonna land. Ultimately, that creates the extra separation. Great job by Chase, catching it with his hands, staying in bounds more importantly, and then just putting on the burners. I mean, that's a bad situation, baby. You don't want to be in that body position. You are not going to catch Chase Claypool. And in the words of, you've heard me say it before, we call that hamstring alert. And yeah, he definitely put him on hamstring alert. But just beautiful job, man. Able to create that separation right at the end. Little details like that, man. That's what was very impressive about this young guy, man, in Chase Claypool, and why I think, he's definitely going to start getting more opportunities because he's detailing his work. In the words of Coach Tomlin, he's operating in the minutia. You love to see it, man. Hamstring alert. Yeah, save it, baby. Just save it. And then from the end zone copy, you'll be able to see a little bit of the blitz pickup and how I was talking about with Benny just being a little bit late, and that being the difference between this guy getting picked up and him being able to get a hit on Ben. Slow it down. And this is the thing, man. Like I said, if this is Vince Williams, it's probably going to be a sack because Vince is coming a lot harder inside. This guy, once he gets across the line of scrimmage, he's starting to look to see who's going to block him. He's tiptoeing a little bit, man. You want to run through that, man, full speed. And not saying that you got to land on the quarterback. Without a doubt, you definitely don't do that. But you have to accelerate through that tackle to ultimately get to Ben. And then from there, make sure you don't fall on his body. But that was the biggest difference in terms of why Ben had the time to make the throw and ultimately why Benny Snell was able to get enough of him, because he definitely started slowing down at the end. But like I said, man, look at Ben staring right down the barrel. He's not worried. I'm going to take this. It's a Scooby snack. I eat it. Bam. Beautiful throw. Does not matter. And then from here, like I said, look at this. Not putting his hands up. 23 doesn't have a clue. He's over here hoping and wishing. Hoping and wishing. Might as well be signaling a fair catch, baby, because that is not about to help you. And then from there, hamstring alert.